What's up, everybody? Welcome back to North MS Outdoors with the Joiner. It's been a while since I did a video. I wanted to give y'all a, I guess, rather lengthy update on what all's going on. So first of all, thank you to those of you that have subscribed to our channel. We did actually reach 1,000 subscribers, so we have achieved that goal. Very much appreciated to those of you that have subscribed. Those of you that have not, please do so as soon as possible. Ring that notification bell so you'll get a notification every time I drop a video, and please do like my videos also. So here's the update. Last time that I posted a video, I think it was me and Bryce went fishing at Pickwick Lake, and we caught some fish and had a good time. And but while we was out there, we noticed that the boat was taking on some water, which is normal because I truly am not sure that that boat has not ever, since I've owned it, not leaked. And so the very next weekend after Bryce and I went to Pickwick, Bryce had a tournament on Kentucky Lake, and so he took it up there for a 2-day tournament for the club that he's in. And while he was up there, after fishing Saturday, it continued to take on water. And he got under the boat and took a look at it, and he found where the hull is cracked again. And the reason that I say again, if y'all don't know the history behind the boat, it is a 2016 Tracker 195 TXW. You'll notice behind me that the boat's not here, but it is a 195 TXW. Bought it brand new at Bass Pro Shop at the Pyramid in Memphis. Brand new in 2019, in June of 2019. Now, that being said, they was running clearance specials on, I think they had bass boats, I think they had 3 or 4. And this was one of their clearance specials. And when we went to go look at the boat, I think I've told this story before, but we went to look at the boat, saw that it was at a pretty decent price. And we went and looked at the boat. The little sales guy came and he picked us up, and I told him the boat I wanted to look at. And he's like, you know, we hopped on a golf cart to go out there, and he's like, you're not going to cuss me out or nothing, are you? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, the last guy I showed this boat to cussed me out. I'm like, why would he do that? He says, well, it's kind of not in great shape. I'm like, well, I want to see the boat anyhow. So we went out across the parking lot, and the boat was sitting on a trailer out there. It had been pretty much cannibalized. They had stole parts off of it. It had some damage on the starboard side, I think it is. But it had some damage on it where it looked like something had happened to it. And it did not have a motor on it. The console had been taken off. Like I said, they had stolen parts. They had robbed parts off of it probably ever since 2016, or, you know, at some point. Not sure what all was going on with it. He couldn't actually tell me, as he said that that boat had been there longer than most of the salespeople, and through more service managers than he could count, and that he really wasn't up to date on the story on the boat. But at any rate, we, you know, I could see the potential in it, so we went back in, talked to the sales manager. Sales manager said, you know, I asked the question of, tell me about this boat, and he's like, well, he said, you see, you know, it is what it is. And he said, but that's the price, and if you want to buy it, then it's available for sale. And I said, well, if I buy it, I said, y'all are going to put a motor on it and fix it up, right? And he said, oh yeah, we'll make it look, you know, as close to new as we can make it look. He said, I said, will it be covered under warranty? He said, yes, it will be a brand new motor, and it will have the full water warranty on the motor, and it will be a brand new boat, and it will, you know, have the full hull warranty and everything on the boat. He said the one exception is it will not have a cosmetic warranty. He said, so all the scratches and everything, any scratches and such that's on it's going to stay. And I told him, I said, I want the boat. I said, put it back together and fix it up. And so they started putting it back together and everything. I got my financing straight and got the money and went up there, and we bought the boat, went up there and picked it up, looked at it. They had it looking good. I mean, I also think I videoed that, or I know I took pictures, but went in, took a look at it. It was a good looking boat. They put a 2014 154 stroke on it, brand new, never been used, no hours. And we took the boat home. We fished, that was in June. I fished a couple of months out of it, kind of late in the season to get very much fishing. I think of June, July, August, maybe September, maybe even a little bit of October. And it kept leaking. Every time we would put it in the water, we would have to pump water out of it almost constantly. And so finally I took it, I was kind of holding off and waiting until the weather changed. So I took it back to the shop, dropped it off, said it's leaking. They took a look at it and said that they would check on it, see what the cause was. Called me a couple days later. They said they found the problem. They said whenever their guys was putting the console back in and bolting it back down, that they used too long of a screw and ran a screw hole through the bottom of the hull of the boat. And so that was where the leak was. They took it, sent it off, had it welded. It took 3 months, of course, 2.5, 3 months to get it back. They sent it out locally. Got it back. I went back and picked it up. The following year would have been 2020. Fished with it in 2020. Had a few issues with it. You know, continuing, not a lot of water, but a little bit. And I thought of multiple different things that it could be. To make a long story short, worked on a couple of things. It wasn't that bad, so I kept driving it. And I think it was the end of 2020, maybe 2021. Bryce, one day we was doing something to it. He walked to the back of the boat. He's like, "Hey, have you noticed these cracks in the transom?" And I was like, "Well, no." And he said, showed me, pointed out the cracks in the transom. We got to looking. There was cracks in the support beams that was holding, you know, that mounted the transom to the boat. And we, of course, knew I had to take it to the shop. Took it up to the shop. They took pictures of it, looked at it. You know, they was like, "We'll send it in and see what they say at the factory about getting it repaired." He said, "You can go ahead and use it." I said, "Do you think that's wise?" And he said, "Come to think of it, no." He said, "It's probably not." He said, "Because," he said, "you might be running down the lake and the motor fall off in the water." And I said, "Well, I guess we'll leave it here." And so here we go again, 3 months. This time they wanted it back at the factory to repair it. So they packaged it up, sent it to Springfield, Missouri, White River Marine, repaired it, fixed the transom, got it back, was very pleased. They did a real good job of fixing it. They took the old transom area pan out and replaced it with heavier duty support brackets, welded it in nice and good, repainted it, looked real good. And so pleased with it. Got it back home, used it. I think the next one, in fact, I did a whole video on this one, but the next year it was leaking water again. And I got to searching and figured out that water was coming in from the back of the boat. Whenever I had somebody in the back of the boat with me, it would take on water. And got to looking, and so the live well would not pump out through the hole at the back of the boat. And got to fishing around in there and running a hose, and figured out that the hose was off for that. So anytime you tried to pump water out of the live well while you was in the lake, and it didn't go out the outlet hole, pump out the outlet hole, it pumped into the bottom of the boat. By the same token, if you had somebody on the back of the boat that was heavy enough or in a position where that it sunk that hole below the water line, it filled up with water. Took it apart, like I said, did a video, fixed that myself because I didn't want to go without my boat for 3 months. And of course it took me a day, and we got it fixed, and went back to fishing with it. Last year, 2024, me and Bryce went out and fished St. Jude Bass Tournament in May. Really, really rough on the lake that day. Big waves. Did a video on that. Y'all got some nice shots of me and him bouncing around out there. And got back after fishing that tournament. Scott took it out the next weekend to Tunica Cutoff. He was just out riding in it, and he calls me. He's like, "Hey, Dad, what's up with this boat? It's, you know, got a lot of water." And I'm like, "Well, did you put the plug in? Did you put the plug in tight? You know, all the important questions." He said, "Yeah. Next weekend or two, I took it out fishing. Lo and behold, plug is in and everything. It's taking on water." What the heck? I couldn't even, I crawled under it. Actually, that day after I left the lake, got back to the stop to get gas, stopped to fill it up with fuel. And when I got out at the gas station, I could look and water was dripping on the ground. Did a video of that too. I think I got pictures of that. In fact, I know I do. Got a video of it also. And so I took it to the shop last year in August. No, I took it in September. No, in June. I took it to the shop in June of 24. The end of August, I finally got it back. When I took it to the dealership, they crawled up under it. They said that there was a hairline crack that was about 6 inches long on the front of the boat on the starboard side that went out from the center of the bottom of the boat. And turned it in on a factory claim. Factory says we want the boat back. So they packaged it up, sent it in. They fixed it, got the boat back, and I could tell that it was more sturdy. They had put braces in there and supported it up real good and fixed the leak. And one of the things that I noticed was that in the rod locker, 6-foot rods that was supposed to fit in the couple of the holes in the rod locker would not fit anymore. So because it was, when you stick the rod in, it was hitting the braces. I can live with that if the boat don't leak. And so used the boat, and as I say, up until the last time I did a video, which we noticed water leaking again, and then Bryce found the leaks. I'll drop a couple of pictures of the cracks. You can see it's cracks in the hull. It's cracks at the weld where the I can't think of what you call it now, runs down through the boat. And so 3 weeks ago on the 15th of October, I took it into Bass Pro Shop at the Pyramid, dropped it off up there. Me and the sales manager, came out there, told him what it was. Oh, I got a man that can zip that right up. He's welds aluminum boats. He's factory authorized. I'm like, look, I want it fixed right, and we have a problem. I don't want to have to bring my boat into the shop every year, every other year, and leave it with y'all for 3 or 4 months while we get the next hole fixed. We need to come up with a solution. Well, I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's been 3 weeks. Hadn't heard nothing from them. Last week, Bryce went by, I think while he was at work. He had to go by the Pyramid. He called me or sent me a picture. He said, your boat's still sitting here. I'm like, yep. So I called him, or actually I sent an email to the service manager yesterday, and I got an immediate response back, one of those out of the office responses with no information at all. It just a response back that's out of the office, and the email didn't go through. So this morning I got up and called the service manager. The parts manager answered. Here's your sign. So get the parts manager on the phone. He said, I don't know what's going on with the boat. I've done pulled it up. He's like, you need to have something welded or something. And he's like, I'm going to send a technician to go check on it. If you kept me on hold for 5 minutes, technician comes back. They start talking, and they mute me where I can't hear what they're saying. 2 or 3 minutes go by. He gets back on the phone. You still there? I said, yep, I'm still here. Yeah, we've sent it in on a warranty claim, and we're waiting to hear back from the factory. I said, okay. Did I mention this is not my first rodeo? So I got on the phone, or got on the computer, emailed the factory through their warranty service information. They have no claim. So you mean to tell me in 3 weeks they have not taken pictures, or have taken pictures and sent it in as a warranty claim to the factory, but the factory don't know nothing about it? Yeah, I think my boat got caught up in the service manager going on leave of absence. But I don't want to complain too much because I don't know. But anyhow, here we are 3 weeks out. Now they've had my boat for 3 weeks. They have done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing has been done. Nothing has been accomplished. I sat down and typed up a nice email and sent it to White River Marine Warranty Division today. And I have requested that a supervisor, manager, somebody contact me back. So that's the story on where the boat is. Let's see, other things that are going on. November, about to be deer season, trying to get ready to do some deer hunting. Got a game camera out. Obviously, where I'm hunting at, you can't feed deer. So not getting a lot of pictures. Got a couple of pictures. I think I posted a couple of pictures. I had a couple of little bucks where I've got my camera posted. Not even sure that's where I want to hunt. But we will see. What else is going on? Everything else is doing good, I guess. I've just been working around the house and trying to stay busy. And we'll take you back here and go visit Bo real quick, because he seems to be doing better. Why do you think that's a good place for you to be? Because I don't think it is. Good girl. Oh, I was going to tell you the other thing. So if you remember our 4 baby chicks that we got back in the spring, well, the hens aren't laying eggs. And my wife is an expert. She can reach into a bucket of 150 chicks and pick out the rooster. Because you see that little fella right there that was supposed to be a pullet, he has started crowing. He is definitely a rooster. And but so far so good. He's being nice and not causing too much trouble, and he should be okay to get by for a while. Let's see, got the pool pump running, getting ready to shut the pool down for the season. I just put the winter preparation stuff in it. Got it circulating through there. Probably the next day or two I will cut it off, so I'll let it pump some of the water out and pump it down, and then take the filter off and the pump and bring it inside for winter, because I think we're going to have cold, freezing weather actually next week. It's supposed to be down to 28, 29, something like that. And here is Bo, and as you can see, he looks better, except he's crying because he wants out. He wants to come see me and wants to go play with his ball. And but he's doing good. He's, hey, easy. His skin is clearing up. I've actually had to put him on probiotics, and that seems to be helping with the itching and the rashes and stuff that he had going on with his skin, and helping a little bit with his bowel movements. But had him checked out at the vet. He is 100% healthy. He's registered in my name. He's a good boy. He is getting a little bit too comfortable with not listening, probably because I'm not spending enough time with him, but we're working on that too. And there's little Monkey, and she's still doing well. She's getting her heart pills every day. Fran is doing well also, and she's a happy girl. She's looking for her treat right now. And I think that's about it for today. Should have brought my rod and reel. I bet I could catch fish there. I don't know, it's pretty shallow. But I caught a lot of fish right here, I promise. Y'all see him? I hope y'all can see him. It was a buck. He just shot out from over there. There he goes. He's running through the bushes. Running through the bushes. I don't know if I got that on camera or not, but he was a buck. 8 point at least. Decent buck. All right, so I went by Bass Pro Shop today. Wanted to give y'all a quick update on the boat. After 1 month, well, it'll be 1 month tomorrow since I dropped it off for repairs due to a crack in the hull. Got word today when I went into Bass Pro Shop and asked them. They coincidentally looked it up and let me know that my boat has to go back to the shop for repairs again. So I guess maybe I'll get it back in time for fishing season in the spring. But that's the update on the boat. It's going to spend the winter at between the Pyramid and Branson, Missouri. We might have it back by February with the holidays coming up. So that's where we're at on the boat.